We're recording.
Welcome, welcome back, everybody, to Go Broke Investing. Our podcast that covers everything investing and the basics. Right? We just want to cover the basics with you. So today's podcast, we're going to hop right into it. And today's show is really about forex. I know a lot of people have heard the term, but maybe don't know what it is or how you make money off of it. So we're gonna jump into that. So Jiz is well versed in the forex strategies and forex overall. And one thing we'll do towards the end here is we'll correlate it to crypto and why and how those two kind of come together and how you can use similar strategies. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce Jiz, and let's just start off with what is Forex? What does it stand for?
Yeah, definitely. Good to be on again. I enjoy these sessions that we have. And Forex stands for foreign exchange. So most people are familiar with foreign exchange. We relate it to when people go on vacation, they go outside of their country. Many places will have in a hotel, at certain stores, retail locations will have places where you can actually exchange your traditional currency with the currency of another country. So that's basically what it is exchanging one currency for another one. But where it comes into profit making is that financial institutions traditionally have been the ones that were able to take advantage in the price fluctuations of a currency of different currencies. So if you look at the US dollar, it has a certain value. And then when you compare it to, let's say, the Japanese yen, depending on what's going on a macroeconomic globally, the Japanese yen can be higher in value or lower in value than the US dollar. So when price fluctuates, and it fluctuates pretty much all the time, you can bet on which pair is going to be higher. Will the US dollar be higher in this period of time? Will the Japanese yen be higher? So the financial institutions, they have exchanges where they actually trade and bet on which pair is going to be higher. And it's the same thing, the Canadian dollar, the Mexican peso, the Australian dollar, on and on and on. So previously, decades ago, only the financial institutions and the wealthy have had access to the foreign exchange markets. So you had to have somebody who was connected to Wall Street or a major exchange. You had to have millions and millions of dollars in an account to have access so that you can then partake in a foreign exchange market. Another fun fact that people don't realize is that every time they usually hear someone talk about, banking and the inside information on banking, they believe that one of the main ways that banks make money is by loaning out our deposits to other people, right? And that's only a portion of their profits, their streams of income. There's over right now today $7 trillion that is made on the foreign exchange market by financial institutions, and that's every day, Monday through Sunday. It's not Monday through Friday. It's not 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The markets don't stop, right?
And
So,
I think that's a key difference between the stock markets
mhm,
and the forex and
and not
cryptocurrency is that
crypto.
they run 24/7. So that's a really important point.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that it's our money that they're using and they're trading and they're able to profit from it. And now because of globalization, because of the internet, because of mobile technology and all of that stuff, now you and I, the retail investors, can now access the foreign exchange market. So as you just opened in the intro, a lot of people have been hearing about it because everybody's now they're seeing these apps pop up, these websites pop up, these ads pop up about how people are making money in forex. And for a lot of people who are not familiar to it, just the same thing people are not familiar with investing. It's like, oh wow, this is gambling, right? Oh, this is just speculation. This is crazy, right? I've spoken to so many of my friends who have invested in the markets, people who've even had licenses who are trained to trade stocks who are like, oh no, I'm not messing with forex. That's too speculative, right? And for me, it's all about being educated about it. Anything is a gamble if you don't know what you're doing, right? And that's the key takeaway that I think we're trying to impress upon anyone who is listening to our episodes, who is watching our videos, is get educated. Hopefully we're giving enough information that can get the ball started, that can give you some talking points, some ideas of where you can continue on with some more information and research. And that's what we want to do, is we want people to benefit from everything that's going on right now, because there's a sea change happening before us. With all of this information that is out there, you have to be able to filter this information so that you can benefit from it, right? We've seen it already, all the rumors and the lies and the fake facts and all of that stuff. That's not going to go away. But the difference is, where are you getting your information from? Who are the people that you're plugged into, so that you can then make decisions that can help and benefit you, and hopefully put some money in your pocket. That's what we're talking about. So I just shared my screen. I'm showing you guys a website. It's called TradingView. It's one of many free websites that you can access, where you can actually look at the price of some currency pairs. So when I was talking about the different currency pairs, you have to have them side by side, right? So this list that I have here has a lot of different currencies, and we're actually on one right now called Euro USD. So the euro is the leading pair, and then the dollar, the US dollar, is the trailing pair. So if price is going to go up, that means that the euro is stronger than the dollar at this point in time. And as long as the euro has a higher strength and is more dominant in the market than the dollar, the price of this asset, this pair, will continue to appreciate. When the dollar gains more dominance, so if factors in the US economy are strong, the GDP is strong, and globally the US dollar is being used well and is representing our economy well, the US dollar will have more dominance than the euro. If the euro is struggling economically, it will lose value, and you'll see that this pair, because the dollar is trailing, if it's gaining strength, it will pull the euro down.
And one thing I want to touch upon is, in previous episodes, we talked about fundamental analysis when we were looking at stocks, right? We talked about fundamental analysis and I think the three W's.
Mhm.
And here's the important thing for people who are listening. When you go into TradingView, now we're looking more at a technical analysis than a fundamental analysis, right?
Mhm.
Fundamentals still come into play because of everything he just said. We're talking about GDP, we're talking about a strong economy and things of that nature. But more often than not, it's a lot of technical analysis that goes in. So I just wanted to bring that up. So when you go into platforms like TradingView, you're going to be looking more at charting and technical analysis.
Yes, yes. Very good points. And that's the thing, is the more information that you can bring into it, it'll help you figure out what price is doing and what it may do in the future. Because the whole goal of this, the reason why we're even looking at this chart, is so that we can then now enter the market. So we're talking about entering the market. I'm not going to enter the market on this platform. Although there are some platforms that allow you to analyze and to trade, you can open a brokerage account. So if you're familiar with crypto, or even just Robinhood, you open an account, you can get an app. It's a specific forex trading app, and you can pull up the same pair that you have on TradingView. You would analyze this chart, and then you would say, okay, based on what I see right now, I want to go in for a buy, right? So then you would pull up Euro USD on your phone, and then you would put in the specific price where you want price you believe where price will go, and you'll make your profit. And then you can put where you believe price, if price goes too low, it's called your stop loss, so you can protect your account so you don't lose too much money. So different things that you need to know when you're starting to look at these things is, where are the bottoms of price, where is the top of price. So we're looking right now at a weekly chart. So that means every single one of these bars, for people who are watching the video of this, we're looking at what is called a candle chart. You can change it depending on how you like. Some people like line charts. They're more familiar with looking at graphs with line charts. And that allows you to, or I guess because I'm on the weekly, let me see. That allows you to then, why? Here we go. It now allows you to have different forms of analysis. Some people like to use the line chart because it allows them to see the peaks and valleys of price much easier than if you're on a candle chart, because it looks like bars and it's harder to identify the peaks. So what's some of the strategies are, once you identify um, a valley, or what is called a bottom of price, you would put a line across the bottom there, and that would be your support. So it's very similar to what people always say in all types of investing. You want to buy low and you want to sell high, right? And then we correlate this to what's going on right now in the market, right? So this is the top right here. We can put a line up here as well, and we want to sell at the top. So the thing is, you want to identify what is the top. So now you want what is called a reversal. When there's a reversal, you want to sell, right? So you want to hopefully ride it all the way back to the bottom, and then you can catch the ride all the way back up to the top. So why that's so powerful is that the currencies, this we're doing this on a platform. I didn't go to Europe to actually buy some euros and then wait for the price to go up for me to come back to the US and sell those euros and make a profit. I'm on a platform on the internet, and I can trade the value of the euro on my phone,
And
right?
and and we talked about it. So what platforms are out there? Let people know
Oh yeah,
that.
there's a lot of different platforms, very popular ones. MT4 is a program, is a broker that an exchange that lets you trade. You have to get a broker that will connect you to MT4 as a platform. So there's a lot of different ones. If you just Google Forex broker, you'll get a lot of different ones. I don't like to recommend them because I partner with a company. We're not allowed to give recommendations for different brokers. So there's so many out there. You can just do your research, read reviews, and you'll see them all over the place. They're really very good. You just, again, just get educated on it. And another thing that I like to inform people about is how powerful it is. So I was watching the financial news earlier today. They're talking about the dip in crypto. And one of them analysts actually joked about the fact that he saw a headline that said that some people were leaving crypto and putting their money in gold, right? And again, if you're in the Forex space, you don't have to do those transfers of money, because for one, if crypto is dropping, you can trade crypto on the foreign exchange market. It's just another asset class. It's another form of currency. So it's not only currencies that are on the foreign exchange market, right? If I come over here, I can change some of the assets that I'm looking at. You can see right here, I have the symbol for gold. So the symbol for gold is here, right? And we can see again, gold has been going up recently because gold is a hedge on inflation. The dollar has been losing value recently as well. I can go right here, and this is the dollar index. It shows that the dollar index has been dropping. So if you go back to gold, you can see it's inverse, right? So again, I can trade the price of gold right on the foreign exchange market. I don't have to go buy some gold coins. I don't have to go buy some gold bars. I don't have to invest in a gold ETF. So that is the power of the foreign exchange market, is it gives you access to all of these different asset classes that you don't have to own those assets for you to profit from them, right? And the barrier to entry is low. You can open accounts with $10, $20. You don't need hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars, and millions of dollars to open an account. So really what you really need is just the information and the education on how to read these charts. And that's
So,
yeah.
one thing I wanted to do is I wanted to tie this into to crypto,
Hmm.
right? So when we talked about when just talked about forex, he talked about maybe the euro versus the dollar.
Hmm.
Well, in crypto, it's a very similar thing.
Hmm.
Maybe Ethereum versus Bitcoin.
Hmm.
So you can literally uh, using exchanges like Atomic Wallet, or if you were to use Coinbase, the most popular one,
Hmm.
besides Binance,
Hmm.
you can convert your coins back and forth between each other.
Hmm.
And so many times when I first got into the crypto space, I was able to grow my money that way. I had a limited amount of money. I was just learning about crypto and I wanted to test it.
Hmm.
But as one coin grew, I was able to transfer or convert some of that coin into another coin that was growing, and keep that cycle, that waterfall cycle, going into different coins, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And you can legitimately, and there are people out there that are using house money. I call house money is profits, to
Yeah.
basically continue to grow their portfolio, and they started with small amounts and they work their way up. So forex and crypto are hand in hand there. So if you can understand forex and get your head wrapped around that, you could also trade crypto the
Mhm.
same way.
Yes. There's one very important point, in that some people who were in the Wall Street, who were trading stocks, who were trading forex, when they were introduced to crypto and they were able to see that you can use the same platforms to analyze crypto, they recognized that Bitcoin um moves follows the same rules of technical analysis. So these analysts were putting their charts, they were using, their trend lines and all of that stuff, and they're like, "Oh wow, this really works. Like I can use this trend line, I could use this indicator, I could use, these different tools that I used on forex, that I used on stocks. I can use these on crypto." So that's the thing again, is that this is not like, a lot of people are saying, oh, it's too volatile. Yes, it is volatile, but people who know and understand how to read a chart love volatility, because volatility means money is moving, right?
Yeah. And one thing that I constantly tell people, and I find that people don't really know this, and some people may,
Mhm.
uh, stable coins.
Mhm.
Stable coins like DAI
Mhm.
are meant to
Mhm.
stay at a dollar.
Yeah.
They're always going to try to stay at a dollar, right? So as I was telling a friend today, if you have profits
Mhm.
and let's say the market is crashing or there's
Mhm.
a sell-off, it's very easy to convert into a DAI coin,
Yeah. Yeah.
shelter your profit there, and then buy back in
Yeah.
and never have to convert back to cash.
Yeah. And that's,
Uh,
yep. Yep. Because there's, depending on the exchange, like people have been complaining that, they got locked out of Coinbase today because a lot of people were trying to take profits, or some people were actually trying to buy because there's a good opportunity. But it's not really made to be a trading platform. It's supposed to be just an exchange to buy, to hold it, maybe to transfer it, but it's not made to be a trading platform. So one of the things that, if you are knowledgeable in trading in forex, one of the things that you're able to do is you can set limits, right? So you can put a trade and you can say, okay, this is Bitcoin right here. I have my account. I'm hoping that price continues to go up. But let's say price gets to 50,000. If price reaches 50,000, I want to sell. That way we could do exactly what Leon just said, is I'll sell it, and then you can say what you want to convert it to. So you can sell it into a stable coin, or you can sell it into regular US dollars, but then you can reserve and hold your profit, depending again on your strategy. In one of our previous episodes, we talked about what is your strategy. If it's a short-term strategy, you don't want to ride out this drop, right? You don't know when this might come back up. So if you made a significant profit, you might be happy with that, or you might want to look to flip that profit into another project. But if you have a longer term horizon, this drop right here could be a month long pause. It could be a 2 month, 3 month pause. Who knows? Right. But if you're a long term believer in Bitcoin, you're not going to touch your account because you're probably going to buy some more so that you can get more coins because you believe it's going to continue to appreciate long term.
And as we've seen on the news in the last couple of days, MicroStrategy bought more. They bought 10 million more because they see what's going on and they know. And then we're talking about, these are huge companies that are making these moves. So if they're looking at it as an opportunity buy, I mean, that should be an indicator to you that it's an opportunity buy for you. And one last thing I want to touch on that I just thought about, for years, if you just traded traditional stocks, you would have to pay obviously a fee, a broker fee, and then on top of that, you would have to trade like whole stocks. Well, I think was it 2020, late 2020 or 2019, the exchanges started to say, well, we want to introduce fractional trading. And so it went from, you don't have to sell off your whole stock. You could sell off a piece of your stock. And you can employ that same strategy into your stock portfolio. If you're trading for like Fidelity, for instance, if you have a ton of profit in Apple, but maybe you don't want to sell off a whole share, but maybe you want to just skim some off the top, and then you want to roll that profit into maybe Tesla that's down, or something that's down, you can now do that. So Forex, crypto, and stocks are all kind of merging and acting the same in a way.
Yeah. And that's something I was actually talking about to one of our newer traders last week, because that's exactly what you can do with the lot size. Is a different way that they measure your amount of money that's in your account. So if you think about like one lot or micro lot is a 0.01%. You can trade if you have more than that. So let's say you have 0.02. So let's say you had 2 pennies and you were trading it and you went in for a buy, you made a profit, but you wanted to keep 1 penny in, you could actually close out 1 penny and let that other penny ride. Is exactly what you were talking about. Forex allows you to do that, right? So if, let's say right here, I'm in this, I see Bitcoin dropping and I went in for a sell on Bitcoin, I could say, okay, I believe the drop is not done, but I made some profit because I caught it all the way up here. I'm going to close out half of my position and I'll keep the other half in case this continues to drop. But I'm okay with if this doesn't continue to drop and I lose that trade because I already made a profit and I closed out half of my position.
Right. And then you can roll that profit any way you want. So anyway, I mean, that's pretty much it for us. And we wanted to really dive into this and explain that there's really nothing to be scared of with this. And it's all about information and learning. And so we hope you enjoyed the show, and look forward to seeing you guys next time.
Yeah, definitely. There's so much more that we could say, but this is just introductory. Forex is a great way to gain information so that you can analyze different asset classes. Once you learn how to see it, you'll see everything different. Everything looks differently once you start to understand Forex. So we'd love to talk about it. If people want more information on it, comment and share, and we can get a little bit more in detail on another session.
And don't forget, you can send us a message. If you're listening on Anchor, you can send us a message right there from Anchor and ask us questions, and we'll do the research and we'll jump into it. And so more to come.
All right. Thank you.